Physical adaptation source. In order to look for some region of language, let's look at another proposal. Human physical features. This theory or this proposal says that there are certain human physical features which are distinct from other animals or other primates, chimpanzee or apes. Right? Distinct physical feature from other creature as support for speech production. It means that human beings have certain physical features which are not found in other primates. So let's look at the beginning of a human child. Significant transition to an upright posture with bipedal locomotion and a revised role for the front limbs. So we see that a human child who is born very weak, but in a very short period of time, the human baby start walking on 2 feet, and the 2 upper limbs are used for other purposes. So this can be one of the reasons that why human beings have language. So they develop differently from the animals. So physical differences between the skull of a gorilla and that of a Neanderthal man from around 60,000 years ago. So when we look at we try to reconstruct language in the skull of a gorilla and human being as well, 60,000 years ago, we find that the human being were only able to produce some sort of consonant sounds, right? So they could only produce some consonant sound. However, when we come on to an earlier time, let's say 35,000 years ago, we find that now we are able to reconstruct language into the fossilized skeleton structure resembling those of modern man. So we find that the structure of the skull of this period is like the skull of the modern human modern human beings. That means that we can see that at this period of time, human beings were able to speak. They were able to produce human language. So in the study of evolutionary development, certain physical feature best thought of as partial adaptation relevant for speech. So in the developmental stage of human being, we can easily find certain periods in which human beings adopted certain features, certain physical features with which they were able to make speech. So such features are good clues that a creature possessing such features probably has the capacity for speech. Obviously, these are certain features that we are going to discuss which enable man to speak. First of all, teeth. Human teeth are different from the apes or chimpanzee. Their teeth are slanting, whereas human teeth are straight and even. They can use for ripping and tearing, whereas human teeth can be used for sucking. And beside that, we are able to make sound like f and v. That is an fan and van, right? Second thing is the lips. We have a very intricate set of muscles in our lips, right? So this is different from apes. And with the help of these lips, we can make certain sound. For example, p and b in pet and bat, right? So we can make these sounds. Similarly, our mouth is shorter, so it is very good for a short opening and closing. Similarly, we have a larynx. We have a larynx in which we have 2 vocal folds that can produce sound. So we also have pharynx. The larynx, when we look at a human baby, in the initial stage, the human baby has a larynx very high in the throat. But as the baby becomes bipedal, this larynx drops, descends, and as a result, there becomes a chamber for a resonator that is very important for producing sound. So the overall effect of these small differences, capable of a wider range of shapes and a more rapid and powerful delivery of sound, produced through these different shapes. So with the help of teeth, with the help of lips, with the help of this pharynx and larynx, we are able to make different sound. When we produce sound, we make different shapes into our oral cavity that help us producing different sound, making a different differentiation between vowel and consonants, and we produce different sound from lips, from teeth and lips, from different part, and more importantly, we have a very flexible tongue that is very important in producing sounds. So one thing is there that because of the larynx going down, the danger of choking is very much there, whereas it is not with the apes. They don't have the danger of being choked, whereas with the little food, human beings have the fear of being choked because of the larynx going down. So this can be another explanation for the region of language.